we can just jump right into this because this is relatively, I think, easy. I think at least the South and the East. We're saving the West and the North for last. Also, we'll do your three wildcard teams also. So do it in order of where you think they're gonna end, and then also we'll mark out the three teams that you think are gonna be division wild card, because obviously division leaders just two separate at the top. So mark your three after that. So starting with the NFC to South, I'll lead off with this, and then you can lead off with the East. And we'll just take turns. I'm gonna do the Bucks at one. Big surprise, I know, but I expect a pretty big bounce back year from the Bucks. Mostly coinciding with, I think, this division. I would not be surprised if the Bucks win this division with like 9 wins. I don't think they're like the best team in football, but I just think if I had to put money down on who I think is winning in this division, it has to be the Bucks. So we'll do the Bucks at 1. At 2, I think the Saints can be like a sneaky team. I think I like what they've got going on. I think that rookie wide receiver is getting a lot of hype. I've even seen some takes of Tyson could pass up Olave in that offense is like the most either receptions or yards. So there's a lot of hype outside for Tyson. And then they looked like surprising. Like Shuck looked surprising last year. I think if their running game is okay, I don't think it's like the craziest thing to say that this team could be better than the Panthers and the Falcons. Because the Panthers specifically last year, I think everything lined up perfectly, and they still barely made it. So yeah, we'll do Saints at 2. I'm gonna do. The problem with these last two teams is the Falcons, I think, have a much better surrounding team. But I trust Bryce Young more than I trust either of those Falcons quarterbacks. I'm gonna do the Falcons at 3. I think Bijan just getting paid. I think he's gonna be phenomenal. Just giving the ball to him will get you 5-6 wins, which I don't even know if the Panthers will be able to get 5-6 wins. And then I think their defense can take another step forward next year. That was still a very young defense last year, and they played fine. Again, my worry is just this quarterback room and Penix and Tua. Well, what are those lefties gonna bring? And then lastly, the Panthers. I really don't trust this team at all. I think they got lucky falling to the spot they got last year, and
That's your quarterback.
It will not happen again. Nope, I'm out. I'm out on Bryce Young.
We've sold our stocks?
I've sold my stocks. I've been burned by Bryce Young too many times. I'm done.
Wait, what? If anything, this is the year to have your stocks.
Nope.
No, that's crazy.
And no wild card. No wild card for this division, surprisingly.
Holy fuck. That's crazy.
You really like this Panthers roster? I don't even like this Panthers roster that much.
I think it's fine.
I mean, yeah.
I think their O-line's good. I think they have good running backs, even if the first one doesn't stay healthy. I think Jonathan Brooks will be good. Receivers, I think, are underrated.
Is it bold to say that they have the second worst running back room
good signings
in this division?
Second worst no, I think that's fair.
But like you said, it's not a bad running back room.
Falcons, Saints, and then Bucks or Panthers fighting for that third spot.
I just don't trust this Panthers team. What do you got?
I'm gonna go Saints.
Okay.
At the number 1 spot.
Okay.
I like year 2 Kellen more. Is it year 2 or is it year 3 already? No, I believe it's year 2.
I think it's year 2 because last year was his first year with Shuck, and Shuck was a rookie, right?
Yeah, the year before he was the only thing keeping that Eagles offense alive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like Kellen more. Shuck, as you said, looked surprisingly good, and I mean everybody said he was like the most NFL ready quarterback coming out of the draft. and he showed it. I think Jordan Tyson, everybody says he'll be injured. He has injury problems. He
Wait,
can just stay
really?
healthy. He'll be, yeah, he was like,
So they got him and
people said he's
Olave.
made of glass.
They got him and Olave.
Yeah, it's a good one too,
Awesome.
combo. That was his big knock coming out of college. He's just fragile. But he like has all the attributes, you know. I really like that team though. I think they just need to be consistently better on offense, and then defense just needs to step it up, hold their own. I think they were a very young defense, so they could definitely take those steps. Two, I'm
Oh,
gonna go
also, I'm
I'm gonna go
keeping the
Panthers.
Bucks here. I just have to add this. If Vita Vea gets traded,
I
I'd
was gonna
probably
say,
move
I was
them
gonna bring that up.
them down. But if Vita Vea stays, I'm gonna keep him at 1.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. I'll go Panthers too. I think definitely. I mean, like, is it even a good year, bro? Like, what? Like, yeah, last year was a good year, but like the whole division was just trash.
Yep.
Like, you can't even say the division winner had a good year, if we're being honest. But for their expectations, I guess you could say it was a good year. I don't think they're gonna be as good. I mean, even before you, I've never had stocks in Bryce Young. I don't think Bryce Young's the answer. I think he's better than your average QB, but I don't think he'll ever take you anywhere. I don't
Talking
think he
like
has the
Alex
ceiling
Smith,
to.
like this decade's Alex Smith.
That's a decent comp. I think Alex Smith was way better though. So maybe
So
it's
it's
not a
not decent.
comp. Yeah, I don't have faith in him, but I do like that roster, and I think coming off last season, they'll have higher expectations and can maybe perform to those expectations. And Canales is a good head coach. I like Canales.
Canales is good.
And that's the thing with these first two teams. I like their head coaches. I like where they're at. They're young. They're being given their chance. And then we get to these bottom two teams, and whew, there's some Hitlers down here.
I don't know
There
why
are
you
some
hate the
Hitlers.
Bucks so much. I think that Bucks
I don't think
roster is.
anybody. Bucks fans don't even like fucking their own head coach.
Well, I mean, like
They
the
are.
roster as a whole. I think the
Oh
only
no, the
reason
roster's fine, but not a lot of people like Todd Bowles. They, I don't think Todd Bowles will have a job after this year. If the
there's a
predictions go
chance.
as they do, obviously. I'll have the Bucks at 3 though, because I don't think anybody's as bad as this fucking Falcons team. But like you said, the owner is, was it the owner or was it the GM? One of them has said obviously they're not trading him, which everybody says. But I personally think Vita Vea will get traded. Baker wasn't getting his contract. The talks with that was bad this offseason. The vibes are just down. They lost Mike Evans, which I know he is old and I don't expect. We'll get to that. But like, you know, he was a cornerstone of that team for a decade. It's going to be weird. Bucky's having all these injury concerns last year. Will he be able to stay healthy for this year? Rashad White got traded. We'll see.
Don't
They
act
were a
like
very
Rashad
injured
White's a
O-line last
big
year.
miss.
Hey, you never know.
Rashad White's gone. Oh no.
Rashad White was a dog. Rashad White might have been the glue guy. Well, would you
Maybe.
rather have Rashad White when Bucky eventually gets injured, or would you rather have I don't know who, but it's bad. Okay.
I can't remember who it is.
I just don't have really faith in this team. I think this will probably be Baker's last year in Tampa, and then yeah, they'll kind of blow it up. I'm assuming. Start
Thank
building
you,
around
Rose.
Luka and their other young pieces.
Sending all of my
And then
first ever
Falcons,
3. Oh, it's a
if
3-month
you
in
don't figure out the QB
advance.
position, look at the Vikings. Like you can
Thank
have
you,
as
Rose.
good of a roster as
Tweet some hype in the
as
chat
you
for
have where you
Rose.
want or in the league. It doesn't matter. It all comes down to QB. And I think I speak for a lot of other people. Not much faith in Tua. Sorry, Tua. Or Venus if he comes back. Whatever. So.
I think eventually it has to be Penix, but like, ugh.
Yeah, but to start the year, like, I feel bad having to watch Tua. Sorry to all my Falcon fans out there. NFC East. I think this is low-key more fun than the other two. Sorry.
Really?
I
All
think
right,
this
lead
is
us off.
I guess I'd say a more fun division to rank.
Also,
This is the
any
year.
wild cards for the South?
Absolutely not.
Okay, just had to make sure.
Absolutely not. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys first.
All right.
I am riding my Dak Prescott train
I
to
mean,
Wonderland.
where do you have him?
I'll never,
5?
I'll never get off the Dak Prescott train. Yeah, you copied me.
Uh-huh.
Prescott will once again be in MVP conversations. They got rid of Eberflus, so they'll actually have a decent defense. They have good pieces. We know about CD and George, Javante. Yeah, Javante. I don't know why I was thinking Devontae. Javante, good, good running back that they needed last year. They haven't really had something since fucking Ezekiel left. Good consistency there. Tight end great, line great. Like, they should be a good team on paper. We know their offense will be good. It's just their defense. And last year, as a man with experience, I believe Eberflus was holding them back a little bit, dare I say. Let Schottenheimer cook down there. I have all the faith in them. Number 2, I think has to be the Eagles. I mean, you have to have the Eagles 1 or 2. I don't
I
think
thought
the
you were
Eagles
gonna
can drop
disrespect
any
him
further.
because of
Nah.
C-Dot. You're gonna put him
No,
at like
'cause I hate
3 or
the other
something.
teams. I think, well, shit. You should see C-Dot's Commanders record. I forgot what he had then.
215.
Fucking like 15-2.
Oh my goodness.
This Eagles team just needs a play caller, and we know all about them. We know they'll be fine. Well, we know they'll be good. They'll be competitive.
They got somebody
Probably the
else this year for
best
play
GM in the
calling.
league.
What's his name?
I
Because
forget who
they got rid of
hired.
Patullo. They signed
Obviously, yeah.
oh, what's his name?
Was there
I
OC?
can't remember
Let
who
me
it
check.
is.
But yeah, young defense. Ooh, young offense.
Sean Mannion. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, you just have to not be Patullo,
You just gotta
and I
be
think you'll
better
be
than
good.
Patullo and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Let's get Saquon involved again. MVP candidate the year before. And I think you'll be good. I obviously not the biggest Jalen Hurts fan, but he's shown he can get it done.
Mm.
And he's performed in Super Bowls, so you can't take it away from him. Yeah, that team will be good. Shout out Vic Fangio, love you. Number 3. This is where we get to the toss-ups. Because boy, do I want to hate on the Commanders so bad. I'll go Commanders 3, Giants 4. I just don't think it's the Giants' time yet. The Commanders, I still don't think this roster is great. I think this roster is still like a couple years out. I think Jaden needs to take those Lamar steps and just build up that muscle, become tougher, become less fragile, be like safer with when he takes the ball and runs, and he'll be good. But I don't know. I think he will be an injury-riddled QB. But if he's not, well, you've seen what he could do. Don't really like their weapons. McLaurin and Diggs 1 and 2. Definitely an interesting pair. Diggs off the field issues. McLaurin trying to stay on the field. We'll see how that goes. Their lines, and then their defenses. I mean, it was a retirement home last year. They've gotten rid of some pieces they've added. I think they lost Luvu. It was like one of their best players, no? Where's Frankie Luvu? That guy's a dog every time I did watch them. No, he's on there. He's good. Is Bobby Wagner still in the league? Anybody know off the top of their head? Is he still playing football?
Now you got me
He
there.
is still playing football.
Whew.
Holy crap. They need to let that poor soul rest. I just still think they're a couple years out. I think Dan Quinn's a good head coach, but this is just such a tough division. I don't know. I think I'd be very surprised if they did better than the Eagles and Cowboys. And then the Giants, it's kind of same thing as the Commanders. I think they're still a few years out themselves. Kind of reminds me of like the Bears a little bit a year or two ago. But we just got to see more out of Jackson. Let me see some consistency out of Jackson. Same thing with Jaden. Play safer. Don't be reckless. Stay on the field. Perform. And it'll be a good team to come in the years. I think Harbaugh will get that team right. And then obviously I'll take the Eagles as one of the cards. Which one? Don't know, but there'll be 2 playoff teams from this division for sure.
All right. Um, starting off, I'm gonna do the Eagles at 1. I think even if I like the Cowboys offense quite a bit more than this Eagles offense, I think the Eagles defense is way too good to not put this team in a position to be like the number 1. They just need their offense to be able to score, 20, 25 points a game, because this defense won't give up too many points. We saw it 2-3 years ago. As long as they don't have Patullo back there calling plays, having one of the best running backs of our generation looking like a bum, I think they'll be fine. I think getting rid of AJ Brown is also a plus more than a minus for this team. I think this team just needs a few games to kind of mesh Devonta at the 1, Devonta Smith at the 1, and then just let everything else play out. I think they've got enough weapons also on the offensive side of the ball. I think if you're a quarterback with the running threat that Jalen Hurts has, where it's like he can run up the middle, like he's one of the few QBs that can actually rush up the middle, and there's no worry there. Like Lamar gets it, Jaden, who you just talked about. Like those are skinnier quarterbacks who are running to the outside. Yo, Dragon, thank you for the sub, man. Thank you for the 30 months. Thank you, buddy. Can we get some hype in the chat for the boy? The Barnyard. So if he has that threat, you kind of have like 2 different rushing threats with him and Saquon, who can just bring the ball anywhere, and then you also have an outside receiver, and then you have a threat on the inside with Goddard. So I liked what this offense can bring, and then I think the defense is so exceptional. I think it can be a top, 6-7 defense in the league. Maybe not top 5 because there is a lot of really, really good defenses. But that's all they really need to be. I think the offense is going to be good enough, and I think the defense is way too good for them to not be the number 1 team in the East. My number 2, I think it's pretty obvious that the Cowboys are going to be the 2 seed. I think, or the 2 seed in this division. I think far and away these 2 teams kind of lap the Commanders and the Giants. The Cowboys will probably have again like a top 3 offense in football. They have the best 1-2 wide receivers in the league. I think Javonte was phenomenal last year, and I think he'll only get better now that he's getting more comfortable with this team. Dak is obviously a top 5 quarterback for both of us, so that's no surprise. And they've got an exceptionally good offensive line. The problem just comes back to the defense. How many points will their defense give up? It's up in the air. It could be a lot of points. I think that if they can manage enough, and even if it goes into like shootouts, I think this Cowboys team can keep up with the best offenses in the league. So even if this defense is the worst defense in football, I don't even think I'd move the Cowboys down. I think every spot that the defense is better than, like the worst, so like say they have like the 25th, I think that just bodes exceptionally well for this team because this defense is that bad. Yeah, I think number 2 pretty easily just because of how good this offense is. Number 3, I'm going to take the Giants at 3. They have a few injury concerns coming into this, and a lot of it is very dependent on, Dart, Scatterbo, Neighbors, how healthy can they stay, how many games are they going to be able to get in together. I just think this team is really exciting, and I like the defense more than I like that Commanders defense. So it kind of comes down to, I like the Giants defense more, and then I also just prefer the Giants offense if it's healthy more than the Commanders. And the Commanders will have injury issues of their own. You talked about Jaden, you talked about Terry. Like, there's worry there that they're going to go down and, not be able to play all 17 games or whatever. And then this Commanders defense is just disgustingly... I guess they're a little bit younger now, but they're still pretty old, and they're still pretty bad. I do think that Jaden can still be a great quarterback. There's just like JCM is your running back weapon. I don't hate JCM, but like he's not up there as like a top 15 running back. Their wide receiver weapons aren't too great. Like tight end, Their line is fine. Like there's nothing on this Commanders team that just screams like this is a playoff team or potentially playoff team or cusp playoff team. It doesn't. None of that. I think the only reason we saw it, whatever it was like 3 years ago, is because Jaden just had one of the best years we've seen, and he's just kind of came back down to earth a little bit too. But yeah, Commanders at 4. I do not have the Cowboys making the playoffs though as a wild card.
Disgusting by you.
NFC West. I'm gonna start at number 4. Cardinals.
Wait, what?
Cardinals are the worst team in this division. There's probably quite a few divisions that this Cardinals team would be the worst in, but especially in this division, it far and away it is going to be the Cardinals at 4. And then I'm going to do Niners at 3. I think this Niners team is going to take a pretty big step back. I do think they have one of the best head coaches in football. This team has had so many injury concerns. They are getting up there in age. There is, a lot of. I'm not a big Brock Purdy guy. I think he's a very average quarterback. I know some people think he's a good quarterback. I think he's very average. There's not a lot to, like hold your hat on. Outside of last year, they were injured a lot, and they still ended up winning a lot, and they were still competing for that number 1 seed. I think they are going to be falling very, very heavily. Like Pearsall is now expected to miss some time. If CMC goes down for even like a game, like they're going to lose that game. I think CMC was so exceptional last year. If he stays healthy the entire year, they're always going to have a shot because he's one of the most explosive running backs we've seen. How he plays with the ball in his hand, either from catching it or running it. There is something to be said. If they stay healthy, this Niners team can be really good. But I would rather put money on the Rams and the Seahawks staying healthy and being able to compete more so than the Niners. And if the Niners stay healthy, they can compete with those two teams. But it's just too risky to have them in that top 2. Number 2, I'm gonna put the Rams. I'm gonna put the Seahawks at 1. Starting with the Rams. It's just another year for Stafford. He's getting up there in age, but it didn't even look like he took a step back last year. If anything, he probably had one of his best years we've seen in a long time. Exceptional. I really like the Rams running back room. I think Kyron is one of the better running backs in football, and I think they have a nice change of pace back with Corum. And again, their weapons are phenomenal, Puka and Devontae. There's a lot to be said about how much talent is on this Rams offense. And that's without even touching onto the defensive side, where they're also phenomenal. They just traded for Myles Garrett. I think, like, I'm not trying to get it twisted that, Verse was better than Garrett. I just think Myles Garrett is already coming in a little bit injured. He's already missing a few games. Could it be, just cautious? They don't want to, this player that they just gave up Verse and some picks for. Obviously, it could be that. I just think Verse was very good on this team. And while they did upgrade a little bit, I wouldn't be surprised if it takes a little bit for Garrett to, mesh completely. And if Aaron Donald, comes back and he looks as good as Aaron Donald did 5 years ago, I'd probably put this team at 1. But if Aaron Donald comes back, there are 2 different Aaron Donalds we could get. We could get the 2-year retired, 3-year retired Aaron Donald who doesn't look nearly as good. Still could be a good player, but not nearly as good as he was at his peak, at his prime. So there's just more question marks with this Rams roster. And then you look at the Seahawks roster, it's just the only question mark I think for this entire Seahawks roster is at the running back position. I think K9 was very important to the runs that they were making, to the run that they made to the playoffs with his ability to run it, with his ability to catch out of the backfield. I don't even, who's their running back now? I can't even remember who it is.
Charbonnet and Jadarian Price.
Yeah, Charbonnet, I think in the few games that K9 missed, Charbonnet looks good, but he's not nearly as explosive as K9 was. And then I don't even know Price. So, but they do have, Their wide receiver threats are really good. They've got a good tight end. Their line is really good. Their defense is, again, going to be like a top 10 defense. There's just, and they have a phenomenal coach. The Rams obviously have a really good coach too. I guess I should have mentioned that, but I think that I said that. I let it off with saying the Niners have great coaching. 3 great
A lot
coaches.
of great coaches.
Yeah.
The Cardinals.
Potentially. No.
First year, let them cook.
But yeah, Seahawks at 1. I think there's just a lot less question marks. They obviously won last year, and they're bringing back a large chunk of their roster.
I don't think you could go wrong ranking this division.
Cardinals 1?
No, I think you could go the wrong.
Yeah.
I think top 2 are pretty set. I think that bottom 2 is also pretty set. I'm gonna go Rams first. I think this is one last dance for Stafford. I think he'll still perform. Maybe not MVP caliber, but Stafford's still gonna be a good quarterback. Still have a great offense. You have Sean McVay. Now the question just is defense. Their defense definitely fell off towards the end of last year. I think Myles Garrett is obviously going to be better for them now, and obviously in the future, like Verse would have been. So I think that's good. I mean, it's how the Rams are. They're win now every year. They don't care about their picks. They don't care about their roster. They can be the fucking youngest team ever, rookies everywhere. If they can win now, they're going to win now. Garrett gives them that. I think the secondary just has to step it up. Maybe sign a piece here and there, but they're still a very young defense. I think Garrett will be a good leader for them. I think the Seahawks will actually have... they'll still be good, but I think you will see that little, Super Bowl hangover out of them. Losing K9, huge. Yeah, Seahawks second, obviously. McDonald will still have, top 3 defense, 1, 2, or 3, whatever spot you want to put them in. That defense was dominant. They did lose Kobe Bryant, the GOAT, to the Bears. Other than that, I mean, their line is disgustingly good on like Broncos level. Their linebackers fly around. I think they'll be fine on the defensive end. I think it's just another year of trusting Sam Darnold, which worked for him last year. So I think the running back situation will be iffy, though. It all depends on Jadarian Price, I think. I don't think Charbonnet's the answer, kind of like you said. Like, he can still get it done, obviously. But Price was Jeremiah Love's backup in Notre Dame. Which people still had him rated highly. It was kind of... I feel like it was similar to Bijan and then Roshan Johnson when we drafted Roshan. They're like, there's that star RB1, but guys, this RB2's not that bad. He's actually pretty good when he put and look how that ended up for us. So hope that's not the situation for the Seahawks.
You were a big Roshan guy too.
But I believe a lot of people are saying he's not really a pass catching back either. Can really run routes. So
they might struggle with that.
Yeah,
and they were reliant on that.
Charbonnet really does that either. Yeah. But other than that, I mean, I still think they're... I want to say best roster. I don't think I can say best roster.
I don't think that's the worst take.
Yeah, but
having them at 2 seed has the best roster.
Well-built teams in this division. I don't really think they have a weakness anywhere except for running back. I'm interested to see that line though. See if Bradford's still playing. It was funny seeing his.
He was a dog.
Yeah, but other than that, everywhere else, they're really good. Zabel, I believe, was their last year pick. He looked like a dog. Cross, I think they signed an extension with this past offseason. Their tackles are set. They have one out of 2 good guards. I don't know their other guards. Oh yeah, Bradford, duh. And then I don't know their center off the top of my head, but they have a great line.
They had a great line, and one of them was Bradford, which is crazy to say.
So, I think 2, and then they will be making the playoffs. Niners 3, Cardinals 4. This Niners team, it's just it's just the same story every year, man. And don't want to fall for it, but it just always happens. Some major player is gonna get injured on this team. They're gonna still be a competitive team, but I think this is the year where they don't make it. They don't do enough.
You think they fall apart? Like bad,
I don't
bad?
know about fall apart.
Okay.
I just don't. They have a tough schedule. I think I probably see Purdy in a better light than you. Like, I think he is average, but I think he's above average. And he shows those elite tendencies, but at the same time, he kind of like a love situation. Like, he'll just make plays that are just like, what the like, what? But then he'll go on like a 5 week stretch where he just looks like a top 3 QB out of nowhere. Um, like any team with Shanahan, like, you kind of feel confident with, but this might be the year, man. This might be the year of the downfall, and it might be time to blow the whole thing up.
You think
Like I
Shanahan
said
gone?
before, I don't think you can go around Shanahan, but maybe that is blowing the whole thing up. Like that's a top 3, top 5 coach. Like, oh, you can't just get rid of him.
I think
But
you let Shanahan reload.
this current roster, it's just like you said, everybody's just getting older. Like, we just keep losing years of these players' primes because they're getting injured. Someone's always getting injured. Something's always wrong. Like, if we saw a full year with a full healthy Niners team, holy, it might be a dynasty the past 5.
I mean, it's insane. We've seen this Niners team competing for the last, what, 7
Yeah, they do
years?
compete every year. And like I said, they will compete this year, but I think the two ahead of them are just have more confidence in them
Yeah.
than this Niners team.
Tell me about the Cardinals.
But they might prove me wrong like they do every year. I still don't think it'll be enough to get a Super Bowl, obviously. The Cardinals. Future Hall of Famer Carson Beck. I I think Carson Beck will be starting by week 5 probably.
You think they
Which will
pay
be
Jacoby?
insane because
Oh, wait, they did pay him. I'm
they already
trolling.
did, yeah. Which is what I'm saying. Like, which is crazy because they had this whole shit with Jacoby,
Yeah.
and he's probably gonna get benched mid-season. Like, it's just insane. It's just a shit show. It'll be fun to watch Jeremiah Love. It'll be fun to watch Buda Baker. They have exciting, fun players here and there, but the rest of this roster is just terrible. Couldn't even tell you their head coach, which is not a good thing. When you're in a division with McVay, McDonald, and Shanahan, and you're a head coach I can't even bring to mind, not a good, not good, not great. This is probably your first overall pick next year.
Wow.
Not many bright things to say about this team.
I think their offensive skill positions are pretty exciting. I'm excited to see like what McBride does. I want to see if MHJ can finally look like he did it his rookie year. Obviously, like you said about
camp videos, not looking good.
he looks
clowning
big
him still.
though.
I don't know. Give MHJ another year, but other than that, who's he got throwing to him? Jacoby or Carson Beck?
Future Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Let's get a couple asterisks on that for my first overall pick.
All right.
Locked for our first overall pick. And I get to start
You do.
the best division in the league. Okay, maybe it's NFC West. But this NFC North is going to be a bloodbath.
I'll let you have it. Best division.
Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? All I know, put those Bears as the first seed. I don't know. This could be like one of those NFC East situations where it's just not what was the stat? Like, they didn't have a back-to-back winner for like 20 years or whatever.
Yeah.
There's just someone different. Like that's the vibes I'm getting. But I'm a Bears fan. I'm going to back my Bears, obviously. We had a great season. Year 3, Caleb. Year 2, Ben Johnson. Luther Burden, injured but should be good by week 1. Rome said he was, never going to be the same after this foot injury. He looks great. Fuck the foot. Colson, Colson. Our O-line. Wish my boy didn't retire, but it's okay. We got Garrett Bradbury.
Yes. Now tell me about the defense.
Or that center out of Iowa. I'm not done with the offense.
Tell me about the
we
defense.
We have an all-pro
please.
right tackle. We have an all-pro left guard who won Protector of the Year. We're back.
All right, tell me about the defense.
Ben Johnson's a great head coach. He's going to take another step coaching. Caleb's going to be an MVP combos. We have a tough schedule, but it's okay. Because diamonds sharpen iron, sharpen diamonds. We're gonna be great. It doesn't matter.
What about
On
the
to
special
defense.
teams?
Special teams will be great too.
Okay,
I
now the
think our special
defense.
teams will actually be pretty good. Defense. Where do I start?
Yeah, where do we start?
Kobe Bryant getting injured for 8 to 10 years, not a great start.
8 to 10 years.
Jeez.
Woo!
Jeez, he's gone for a while. 8 to 10 weeks. He'll probably be gone for first couple weeks of the season, I'd assume. Not great. Dylan Thieneman, hoping for big things. He's gonna have to be a leader early. No, he's a rookie, but he's gonna have to rally the boys. TJ Edwards looks great in camp. Like TJ Edwards actually looks like he's flying around. Like he's looking young again, which he's not old.
I've
like,
heard
he's
this
not
before.
Bobby Wagner, but he was just he was a little injury prone last year. But hopefully this year he can stay healthy. And when he
Thank you for
is
the primer,
the
James.
most underrated linebacker in the league, we can all agree.
Yeah.
And then it just comes to that pass rush where he just didn't really address the D line, which isn't great. Don't love that.
1 second.
You're good.
Dop, thank you for the sub. Thank you for the 12 months. Can we get some hype in the chat for the boy Doppington? Thank you, Dop. And thank you for the primer, Ducky. Can we get some primes for Ducky too? Some primes and some hype. All right, you're good. Sorry.
I'm good. The Vita Vea news obviously gets me excited. That would obviously be a big boost. I'm just saying, potential options. It's not like we traded for a freaking pass rusher. I mean, obviously Max Crosby's still out there. We were linked to him. The Ravens just had a slightly better pick, so they went with the Ravens. Who knows what would have happened if they chose the Bears? Would we be sending him back after a medical? Who knows? I mean, that's still an option. Vita Vea on the table, Max Crosby on the table. I think if we are going to be taken seriously, we do need to make a move with this defensive line. Last year at the trade deadline, I was kind of okay, like, hey,
letting it play out.
Oh well, yeah, like just let it be. Let's not, destroy our future. Blah blah blah. What if this happens? What if that happens? But like now, like. That might be the difference, like that could be the difference between a wild card exit, making the playoffs, winning the Super Bowl. You never know, and we need all the help we can get. Like I can hype up Austin Booker every year, but if he's not on the field, which he hasn't been the last 2 years, he's always missed a couple games, and I think he's getting better. He's getting better as he goes, but he's not consistently there, and he's not consistently putting up those numbers. And I can say the same shit for Sweat. Sweat's good, and he's obviously the best player on our D-line, but he's not what we expected or hoped for when we did trade for him. Our D-line's obviously a big problem. Can't really say it's not, but I have faith in the boys. Maybe we'll make another move. I'm biased. You know the vibes. Number 2. Fuck. Oh, the rest of this division. It's just the Lions' schedule is such a cakewalk, bro. Oh, I'm gonna go.
You just start talking if you want. Like, just choose one of the teams and start talking about it, and then
I know.
And then place them after.
I'll start talking about the Vikings. You put the Vikings 4th. Although the Vikings have potential to be first. That's the joy of this division.
That's this division.
That is the joy of this division. I mean, the Vikings, all they needed was competent QB play last year. And they finished with a better record than the Lions. They swept the Lions. You split with the Packers, right? Split with us.
Yep, split with both of you.
Split with both of us, swept the Lions. Like, this roster is, dare I say, top 5 in the NFL.
Outside of QB.
Minus one one big spot. It's a good roster. O'Connell's a good coach. Flores not having a head coaching job is freaking insane still. Like, this is a good team all around. We'll see if Kyler Murray can lead them. I don't have faith. You might have a little faith, obviously. We'll see. They'll definitely be one of the most interesting teams in the league to watch, though, this year. I'm going to go Lions 2nd, Packers 3rd. And that is solely based off their schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if you've actually looked at the Lions schedule,
Yeah.
but it is not hard at all. This should be a bounce back year for the Lions. Goff will always get it done in the regular season. Goff will always be like a top 10 quarterback.
I assume wild card too for
Jahmyr
Lions.
Gibbs. Yes, because
Unless you want the
then
Panthers
the
too.
Niners. No, thank you. Jahmyr Gibbs got his deal. I think losing Montgomery will be more of a minus than a plus for them. Like everybody's saying, like Montgomery just steals Gibbs touches, but I don't know. Like Monty's good, and he's what Gibbs like isn't. You know, he's a
Yeah.
downhill runner. They do need something like that, but obviously just keep putting the ball in Gibbs' hand. It'll be fine. But I think they will miss Monty more than maybe they think. They're just like the Niners though, in a sense. The last like 2 or 3 years, they've dealt with so many injuries. It's just insane. Was it last year or the year before? Like their whole defense was just injured. Like
Yeah.
that's unheard of. Like maybe not like the Niners where it's just like, you know, Warner, Bosa, like key players. Like it was genuinely the whole defensive side of the ball got injured. Like I don't know what was happening in Detroit. I don't think their defense is great. And then along with injury concerns, there's that, but Aiden's still gonna be a dog. He'll be if he stays on the field, he'll be in the, you know, conversations for Depoy.
Mm-hmm.
What's with Kirby? Isn't Kirby like I don't know if this dude's like coming back to football or something?
I have not heard about that.
Am I just going crazy? Am I thinking of someone else? I might be thinking of someone else. Maybe I'm just thinking of someone else. Oh, chronic left knee injury. Left knee injury.
From
Jeez.
Kirby?
Yeah.
Oof.
Do not like to see the word chronic.
No.
Yeah, I don't know, but like when Kirby's on the field, he's a one of the best safeties in the league, you know. Their DB room is shot. Their linebackers are fine. Jack Campbell's great. And then they have Aiden. And I think they do have good depth on the D line, but like I don't know. I think defense obviously is their weakness, and then consistency out of Goff. Dan Campbell, can't say many great things. Like if he wasn't a Lions head coach, like he'd be one of my favorite head coaches in the league.
Dog.
Yeah, he'll always get the boys rallying. But I think this is a season where they need to bounce back. They have the schedule to bounce back. It should be a pretty good year for them. And then we get to these fucking losers in Wisconsin. Nothing but pure hate here. I'm not gonna act like I'm not biased at all. Wide receivers, ass. Line, ass. Defense, ass without Micah. He'll be gone till what, week 6, I believe.
Yeah. I think 6 is like the earliest he can be back.
I believe so, yeah, because they have that shit and whatever. Like week 5, they play us. Maybe they'd let him play against us. Like I think he wants to, obviously. But I think it's the Cowboys game the week next that he'll be probably coming back.
Mm-hmm.
If they dig themselves a hole, it will not be good. Like if they start the season bad without Micah and that defense is not looking good. Jordan's, you know, it's not November yet for Jordan. Maybe he's not looking too good.
No Toyota-thon yet.
Like, yeah, Toyota-thon love. Yeah, I could see them having a pretty rough season. It's all about how they start the season. I think LaFleur is quite easily, far and away, the worst head coach in this division.
That's crazy. I don't think he's that bad. He's the worst, I think, but far and away.
I was gonna say, I think he's far and away.
Whew.
I think Ben Johnson has showed more in year 1. We know what Kevin O'Connell has done. Maybe, just maybe, hear me out. I mean, obviously Ben Johnson could take a step back. Maybe we look like ass this year, right? But maybe Kevin O'Connell's not all that good. Thoughts?
Maybe.
Maybe we need to take away that QB Whisperer title.
Maybe.
But I still think O'Connell's good. Campbell, I just talked about him. And then Ben Johnson. Might be biased, but I think a lot of people also agree. You know, Ben Johnson's up and coming. Great head coach.
Is that like the
know,
KOC from his rookie year? His rookie coaching year?
Yeah, maybe. LaFleur's just too conservative. He did take the ball out of Jordan's hands in the playoff game last year. I think he just plays too safe. He doesn't really go in for the kill. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's all that. I don't think he can rally the boys quite like Campbell and Ben.
And
Just something
Cock.
about him. Something about him. Maybe he can go be under his brother in Arizona after this year. But I mean, if they finish where I think they're gonna finish, he won't be a coach next year. So
Whew.
yeah. And I already talked about the Vikings. Yeah.
Yeah, before you move on, what do you think is the most wins in this division and then the least amount? Like you said, it could be up in the air, but like, could one of these teams finish with 13 wins?
I mean, obviously bias. I could see us finishing with 13, even though we have a tough, fast schedule. But preying on the jumps we're gonna take, I think the Lions could even finish with 13. I think ceiling's probably 13. Floor
What's floor for all the teams?
9. I think it's 9.
You don't think a
think
single
not.
team is going to finish with not?
I could easily see this division being
That
9,
is
8, 9, 8, and then whatever. What was it last year?
No.
You guys,
The
finished
floor
1?
of the worst team. The floor of the worst team.
Yeah, I think the floor is still 9.
You think the floor is 9?
The issue is the top 3 teams, all their floors are 9. I don't see any team finishing with less than 9. And then
I could see us
think
finishing
you
with
guys-
probably 8, and I could see the Packers and you guys probably finishing with 8.
Okay,
Maybe us with
wow,
7.
9 to 8. My bad.
Maybe us with 7. But 9 is crazy. You think every team in this division
It's
is
not
going to
that
get
crazy.
another winning record? Like that's an I
It
don't know.
happened last year.
Yeah,
You
I know.
guys
That's what
had
I'm
a
saying.
fucking-
Back to back years
dumbass
of that
QB.
happening is crazy.
Sure, fuck it.
That is crazy.
What's wrong with that?
Okay,
Also,
all right.
prediction. We will sweep the whole division. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, you're just an idiot.
Yeah, we're not doing that, but I like to hope.
Okay. The top over on the division is 9.5. Oh, what? I see. That's a lot higher than mine. I thought like the top of this division I think is like 11, and then I think the floor is probably 8. Like this is just every team is just so strong that they're like beating the heck out of everyone else. Okay. I'm going to start with the worst team in the division because I am pretty confident that this is going to be a pretty big Packers regression year. I think Micah being gone is a huge hit to this team. I think last year in the games that they didn't have Micah, this team was significantly worse on the defensive side of the ball, and obviously that's going to happen when it's one of the best defensive players in football. So I could see this team starting out like 1-4. And then trying to climb back from a 1-4 start is not going to be easy, especially in a division as strong as the NFC North. My worry on the offensive side of the ball is that they lost a lot of receptions over the last few years. Watson is going to have to be a true number 1. I really did enjoy watching Watson play football last year, even though I hate the Packers. I liked watching him play football. So I'm a big believer in what Watson can bring, but is he a 1? I don't think so. Golden is going to have to take a massive step, and last year, Matthew Golden couldn't even see the field over, like, Romeo Doubs and Dontavian Wicks, so there's some worry there. Josh Jacobs, if a woman gets in his way, you don't know what's going to happen, so there's always that. How many games is he going to play? I don't know too much about that situation. I think more than anything else, my worry with the Packers is that this division is just too good and not that like they're just a bad team. But I think they're just the biggest question mark in this division. Obviously, this might be a little biased because I'm not that worried about what the Vikings do at QB. But I am like, obviously not believing we're going to have the best QB in football. I just think I would rather have the Vikings QB situation than a lot of the issues the Packers are going to be going through with their injuries. And then off the field stuff. At number 3, I'm going to have the Bears at number 3. I think this is going to be this is going to be a bottom 3 defense in the entire NFL. Nothing positive about this defense. I do really love their coach. I do really love their offense. But Caleb is going to have to take a significant step for this team to repeat what it did last year. Can he do it? Absolutely. But it's just, I would more so bet that there's a little bit of regression there. This team kind of hit a hot streak at the correct time last year. I expect a bit of regression on the offensive side of the ball. I think they will still be a very good offense, but I don't think it'll be nearly as good as last year. That combining with the first place schedule, they have a tough schedule that they're going to be going through. Again, this division is not easy to predict. I could see the Bears winning. I could see the Packers even winning this division if they make it through the early portion of their schedule. I would just have less confidence in this Bears team than the other two above them. Number 2, I'm putting Minnesota. Just because of our QB issues. I think the worry is, I think we'll have one of the best defenses in football. I think that's far and away obvious. I think top 5, maybe even top 4. I think that's how good our defense can be. And then all our offense has to do is really just score enough to help out our defense and not put our defense in bad positions last year. Because last year, we still had one of the best defenses in football, and our offense is turning the ball over at our 20-yard line, and then our defense is still just giving up 3 points to a kick. Like, they were still moving them backwards, and they were making them settle for, like, a 40-yard field goal, which is incredible. Our defense is going to be phenomenal. I think also something that's not being talked about with the Vikings is I think we have one of the worst running back rooms in the entire league. I do not like Jordan Mason. I do not like Aaron Jones at this stage. Like, at best, they're both, like, capable backups. Unfortunately, one of them is going to have to, carry a majority of the balls. So if we don't have, like, if Kyler's not going to be a threat running the ball, or, if we don't have a really good quarterback play, I think our offense will struggle to move the ball consistently. And we saw last year that KOC likes to establish the run with the pass, but that's kind of hard to do if you can't really complete a ton of passes. But again, I'm putting us second just because of how good our defense is. I think our defense is that good. Number 1, Lions. You mentioned it. It's just, this schedule is just an absolute cakewalk. All they have to do is split with the division and then, win a bunch of easy games, and this team can finish number 1 in the North at, like, 11 wins. And then everyone else at, like, 10, 9, 8. Even if their schedule was a bit tougher, this offense is still one of the best offenses in football, too. I know I'm a really big Goff guy. I know you're just, like, kind of average towards him. You think he can get the job done. Yeah, losing Monty, I think, hurts them a little bit. But I think Gibbs is so exceptionally good that it doesn't really matter. And then all their other weapons, I think Laporta's going to have a nice little comeback year. I think Amon-Ra's a beast. I'm not that big on Jameson Williams, but I think he's good enough to be, like, a second wide receiver. Their line is really good. Their defense just has to be solid, and I think they can be solid, especially with how bad their schedule is going to be. And then I have us making the wild card.
I like it.
Not bad, huh?
I like it a lot. A little rough on the Bears pick, but like seeing where the Packers are at. Like that.
Bears could be 1 too. I don't know. This division is just such up in the air. And then I'll say mine. I think the win ceiling for this division is probably 12, and I think the floor is 7. And
Yeah.
if Mike is out for more than 6 games, I think the Packers could easily get 7 too.
Yeah. If he has some type of regression in his rehab.
Yeah, if we're talking, he
insane.
doesn't get back until like week 8, 9.